Good afternoon. My name is the City Mayor, the owner, the director of Winners Pig Farm. This is a home of quality farm, quality breeds. So today we are discussing about what and what you have to consider before you start pig farming. Okay? Okay, right now there are many things you have to consider before you start pig farming. Number first aspect of it is that you have to look at your budget. Okay? You look at your budget. Then number two aspect of it is that let's not just say that you are thinking of buying a land, because sometimes you might not start with your own land, but have it in mind it is something that you have to put in place. You have to have that at the back of your sense, that you must surely buy a land before you are comfortable. If you are using another person's land or another person's farm, believe me, you have not started yet, because you will see obstacles. Red flag is coming on your way. The landowner, the landlord, the person you rented farm might just come up one day and start reacting in another way around. So now we are talking about what things that you have to look as a new person that is starting the business. Okay, now if you are to start this business, you have to consider your pocket value. When you check out your pocket value, you now check out the breed of pigs that you are to start with. You know, in Nigeria here today, we normally know of this most popular breed, which is these three. You mentioned the Duroc, you mentioned the Landrace, you mentioned the Lard White. Any other ones are also in Nigeria and they are also available, but they are not the ones that many people are too popular with. Okay? Now, if you are to start, let's assume that you are starting with Lard White, which is most popular that people talks about. Okay? Now, you have to think of something. Consult someone. That's my advice to you. Consult a pig farmer. Right now, we are in 21st century, whereby we are always online. Okay? You can check people's farm, but whoever that you are consulting concerning how to make your selection or how to get a good breed, make sure that you visit the person farm. Try as much as possible to visit 1, 2, 3, 4 farms. If you visit right now, one of my friends, what he normally does is that if he visits your farm, he will do as if he's trying to learn from you. As you are teaching the person, he will snap your pig. He will just video your pig and snap your pig and send to some groups. If you check on Facebook, you see many groups. To check on the group that he belongs to, and you ask people, is this a good breed? Is this a pure breed? Is this a mixed breed? And people will identify. By so doing, you will be able to know whether that person is breeding pure breed or not. Right now, if you check this, this is a large white. Okay, it's an SA large white. That's pure breed with a pure line. Okay, now when you consider that, you said okay, maybe from your own finding you choose to start with large white. Now when you are starting with large white, another thing that you have to consider is, remember your pocket value. As I said, pure large white, pure large white goes as far as, call it 100 and something thousand right now. Anybody that tells you that he's have a large white that is selling 50,000, is selling 40,000, have it in mind, reason it. Okay? But when you are looking at pure large white, you are considering so amount. Like this female that you are looking at here, this is an SA. This is an SA large white. The piglet goes nothing less than 200 and something thousand naira plus. Okay, we sell 250, 300. Okay, now when you consider pure large white, you start with large white. Have it in mind, what else are you looking at? You now started thinking of how your feeding formula. Okay, because if you have already found out the breed that you wanted to go into, for instance, as we say, you enter large white. Now you consider the the feeding formula, and you also consider the water in terms of how are you going to get water in order to enable you feed these pigs. They consume a lot. If you don't have borehole and you don't have enough water given to them, believe me, you have not started yet. Some of them like eating their food when you mix it with water, whereby some of them like it dry. Okay, so it depends on how the pigs want it. So now when you consider that, what else are you looking at? You now consider the drugs. But believe me, in all these things, try as much as possible to have a mentor. Remember, where you are buying the pigs, that person have to contribute if it is a good person. For instance, in Winners Pig Farm, you buy a pig from us, you don't just end it there. No, we don't just end it there. We try as much as possible to follow you up, to know how your pigs are doing, more especially if you are a new person in the business. Okay, so try and get a mentor, then know the drugs to give and when to give them. Because many a times, many people, many farmers don't know when to give multivitamin. They don't know when to give deworm their pigs. They don't know when to give some injections. They wait until the pig started having issues before they start giving those injections. No. But here in Winners Farm, we don't wait for it. Okay? Before we even met our pigs, like this is very heavy. She's heavy. Before we met her, we make sure we give her necessary injections that are needed so that she won't have any issue in terms of the pregnancy and also in terms of the delivery. Okay? So, this is part of the things that you have to consider when you are starting pig farming. Now, if you don't have the money to rent, as I said, to pay for the land and to build your own farm, as I said, you can as well rent it. But have it in mind, when you rent it, put it at the back of your mind that you need your own land. Even if a small piece of land you can start with. You can start that. Then another thing is that try as much as possible to start using the deep litter system. Actually, this is not the professional deep litter system. Okay, fine, but you can still call it deep litter system. But the professional aspect of it will cost. So right now we are using this. Fine, you can also use the IMO, which is IMO. Understand? To control the odor and some other things that you needed to do. But the deep litter system is the most important one. This is the most important one. Then another aspect of it, after you must have started using the deep litter system inside the pen, you watch over here, she wanted to drink water. You see we are using nipple drinker. This is as a result of it enables us get a neat water for the pigs. Before we were not using that, but as a result of more finding, we start introducing those things to people so that people will start using it. So by the time you are using this, if you watch, let me show you. Once you don't need to teach the pigs how to use it. No. Automatically the pig will start using it. Once you use this and the pig wanted to drink water, you just put his mouth on it. You see how the water is coming out? So you see where we connect it. This is the drum that is channeled to this. And there is another pen over there. So you try as much as possible to use all these things so that your farm, you can get enough advantage in pig farming. Okay, there are many other challenges. But if you can apply this little idea that I tell you, you can fly. If you can apply this little idea, you can fly, because many a times you will never learn it all. We call it on-the-job training. So the more you are doing it, the more you are finding out some fault and the more you are correcting yourself. But have it in mind, it is something that you must have passion with. Remember, never you beat an animal, never you beat your pigs. There's some people, there's some farm attendants, and there's some people, whenever their pig is misbehaving, you see them carrying cane to flog the pig. But here we don't do that. Even if when they misbehave, we try as much as possible to correct them. Huh? Even if you see our boa, as big as the boa is, I still come inside and still touch the boa, despite of how stubborn the boa might be. So these are things that you needed to know. But more especially, try and have passion of the business. There are many people that are growing today, and there are many farms that are not growing today. It's as a result of the passion. If you have passion for the work, you see yourself scaling new heights. So thank you very much, and still hope to give you more information as time goes on. God bless you.